Good morning, evening and afternoon everybody, welcome to a brand new Shoutcast. Apologies for not having done one in a while, but getting back to it, bringing up the hype 40 for gold. So here we go, Mynci versus ApathiaUi. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at it. So here we actually have a mirror match between these two players. We have two Genesis, two Sleepers. Two Genesis, one Sleeper, and it's literally an exact mirror match. So this is going to be interesting. So I assume they're both going to buff up the infected drone with their elaters for turn 1, because that's just the logical thing to do. And then you have both have a 10-10 turn 2. Yep. Exactly the same turn. Exactly the same turn. So, in his hand, he's got a fair few options for later on. He's got the splitter bot in his hand. He's got the flying, giving him a jetpack, and also the mechanism as well. So it's really good. So they're kind of bluffing each other. They're both doing the same mirror moves. This is fantastic. I love it when this happens, because you're all trying to bluff each other out. So logically, they both would have played out that turn 2 infected drone from command. But they didn't, so they're playing it out there. So what's going to happen? So Apath could either defend with both of them. Who knows? Okay, he plays out that. This is crucial to whatever he's planning. So yeah, he's pulling it back. He's just defending. He's playing it safe. Yep. Okay, he's playing it safe, completely safe. But then Apath is just holding back, seeing what he's doing to make sure that I do this a lot. That when I play, I just literally just pull everything back for a turn just to see what he'll do. But now Mynci's got to be careful, because he knows that 5-7 is out there. That's gonna steal one of his characters. He knows that that's out there, so he has to be careful when moving it around to make sure it's not killed. And with those, you have to be careful. You have to almost bluff your opponents with them. You have to keep moving it around every turn so they don't know exactly where it's going to be, because if they know exactly where it's going to be, they can plan for attacking it. So there's a lot of different things. Best thing for Apath now is to pull a constructor. So he just plays the flying, which goes straight over the top of all of them, which is a good play. Obviously it's not doing much right now because it's a 3-4, but it'll probably be buffed by the later, potentially next turn. If he pulls a constructor, I think that's what he's waiting for. He's waiting to pull a constructor. But what would be a good play right now if he played instead of playing the golem, which I don't think honestly is a good play this turn, if he played the give him a jetpack on the abomination, then that would bring it up to flying and it would steal that flyer, and that would limit a lot of potential attacking power in the future. But he's probably got a lot more flyers in the deck himself. He's probably got some scouring missions and stuff like that to be able to buff into later. So, okay, he's got 2 splitter bots in his side. Board advantage wise, I think Apath has this at the moment, board advantage wise, just because the sheer amount. But he does have the defense golem, which is going to hurt, which is going to almost cancel out some of the effects of the splitter bots. So he plays on the mechanism. I would have played on the mechanism a lot earlier, because the earlier you play a mechanism, the more valuable it is. A lot of people don't seem to play it that much. I love the card. I think it's fantastic. So I recommend people play it more, because it's really, really powerful. If you play it out on turn 1, the value it adds throughout the entire game is absolutely fantastic. So, Apathy. Okay, there we go. He plays that out, but it goes over flying, so it's a very bluffy game, this. It's a very bluffy game. It's a very, oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what he does. It's quite interesting, to be honest. Really interesting game. So he's got the scouting mission in his hand now. He could play that. He could play some splitter bots, which would contend with his, but he's got a big flyer. So he plays the scouting mission, which is probably the correct thing to do. That artifact is buffing up that martyr golem very nicely, and if it leaves it there, that's a very good strategy actually. If he just leaves it there, if he's not being attacked, which he isn't right now, that's an incredible strategy at the moment. Okay, so it's just defending right now. He's trying to gain control of the board. Here we go. So this is going to be a big fight. Oh, he plays his own martyr golem as well. Oh my god, that's fantastic. This is a mirror match. Jeez. Wow. Alright then. So that gets buffed up, but it still dies. It doesn't die, in fact. Okay, so who's going to come out on top of this? It looks like Mynci comes out on top of this because he steals the splitter bot. And he still has his flyer as well. And he's got another martyr golem in his hand. Wow. Okay, that's incredibly good. So, playing out all the flyers now into attack because he knows he can. I still wouldn't because he can still buff up the... Apathy can still buff up his flyer to block at least 2 or 3 of Mynci's flyers, so not sure I would have done that. He could be attacking. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought he would do, and he awakens the martyr golem as well. So this is going to be a very bad turn because he steals back. So they kind of traded. They've almost traded splitter bots there. That's quite good. They've almost traded splitter bots. It's fantastic. Control temple anomaly. Okay, this could be a very interesting turn. So he's got a few. He could raise the other martyr golem from the dead, which could be extremely potent this match, depending on how he's blocking. I wouldn't have done that because it's only on 4 health, so that was a bit of a risky play. I would honestly do that on the flyer to bring it down to nothing, and then raise from the dead another martyr golem. Obviously, that's how he wants to play. He's buffing up the martyr golem so it has more defense, which is also a good play. So we'll see what happens here. So he does that. So it does kill all the things. But I really think he should have done it with that flyer because those flyers are all going to die now and his fly is still going to be alive. So I think that wasn't the best idea for a turn. Because you notice he's attacking first, so that martyr golem isn't going to be used on defense, and you should always think about that as well when you're playing. But he does steal 2 Genesis constructs, so on that note, he gains a little bit of ground. But look how many units Apath has in his command zone. Has a hell of a lot of units. It's a little bit of a play that I wouldn't have personally done, but for the most part, he's still slightly in this. It's going to be a very hard struggle for now. So let's look at the stats. So they're on 47 health, and I think that's 61 or 66 morale. The new UI is so much better as well. This just I wanted to do a couple of these videos just to show new players what the old UI used to look like and what the new one looks like. So just a little comparison there. It's a fantastic new UI. So yeah, he's gonna struggle to defend now. He's really gonna struggle to defend. Oof, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. So his opponent's on 55 health and 59 morale. So currently, Apath is winning, and he has major board advantage over him. Wow. Okay, this is gonna sting a lot. He's actually even attacking with the martyr. Because I mean, why not? At this stage, why not? But he raises his martyr from the grave, which does deal with some, but not enough. But not enough. So he's awakening it from the graveyard again, which is also a really cool play. Playing all these out, he wants all these out, and he's got the flyers as well. So he could scrape this back. So that's perfect. That's like perfectly well. That's what the best thing he could do in that situation, I think. Bringing that splitter robot up, making it flying, give it some extra health, and see how it goes from there. See if he can block the majority of this damage. He might not be able to block all of it. He also has just drawn 2 of those 5/7s that steal stuff, and that's going to hurt a lot. Wow, this turn has gone perfect. Wow, what a turnaround. Wow, he just wiped his entire line and brought him down to 25 morale. This is a close game. This is a fantastic game. Thank you, Mynci, for sending this in. This is brilliant. As I say, guys, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I shoutcast them all live. This is the first time me playing the video. So this is fantastic. He's doing so well. He's still got to be very careful because he is only on 14 health. So he's laying those out there just in case. See, when you play out the infected drones, I don't like to instantly do it because then they know what's going to happen with it. So I don't know. Okay, he has brought out a constructor. and an infected zombie. So he's going to start buffing up the zombie, and that's going to be scary because that's going to start stealing everything. He's got a foil eating my zombies there, disco zombies. He's going to eat one of those, which is a good choice. He just needs to be so careful right now, so careful, because if he puts that in defense and buffs it up, that infected abomination thing, then it's going to steal so much because of the infect mechanic. Infect is so stupidly strong sometimes, so if you get it right, it could just blow everything out of proportion. So got rid of those, that's good. He keeps buffing up. He needs to get some kind of flying, I think, so that's exactly what he's doing right there. So he needs to get some kind of flying, which is exactly what he's pulled. So he's praying to the RNG gods. He's praying to the RNG gods here. So he's buffing that up. He's going to go for maybe a slow win with some flyers. So good choice, good choice. He's just defending with those. Hopefully his opponent might start attacking with that big 14/14 zombie that has an infect. So we'll see how we go with this. We'll see how we go. Okay, so he plays 2 more of them. Wow, okay. With the constructor, this is going to be deadly. Oh, and he starts getting flyers as well. Okay, so he's going to only be able to attack with this for 1 turn, with this split bot for 1 turn. Oh, wow, he just played a Luca. That's perfect. Luca, that's perfect. That's really, really good. Really good. He needs more flyers, though, because even if he attacks, it's still going to... He's just being so cautious. He's being so cautious, and I don't blame him at all. But he's also played out another artifact, so that's gonna keep that middle one's gonna get +2/+2 every turn, which is very tasty, very tasty. So just moving them around, make sure he gets the most value out of them. Okay, he's completely attacking, so he gets that 10/10, which is completely worth it. Oh, does he play a Luca and an Ascended Luca? Wow. Okay, that's. Wow, this is going to be an interesting turn, to say the least. So infectious zombie, that steals it. Scouting drone. Scouting drone. Ouch, ouch. Only 5 health left. I'm not sure that Mynci can hold out another turn. I think that's it. That was a very good play, holding both those Lucas back and playing at both at the same time. At this stage, I would literally just go all out on him. Just to be on the safe side, because it could be a draw. It could be a draw. And he's doing exactly that. He's going all out. He's going all out. Wow. Okay, this his last desperate attempt of a desperate man. So this should be good. He's positioned it in a way that it's decent. I really think he should put some of the smaller characters at the front, though, because you don't want them to steal one of the big characters and have to chunk through them with your smaller ones. So I would literally just go 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 9, 9, 10, 10, and then 20, 20 at the end, because you want the bigger ones at the end, because you want to hit that 33 damage mark. So the bigger at the end, the better. Okay, so he's got that, which is actually better, which is a lot better. So he gets rid of the flyer. And that means he can block. Okay, he's just had oh my god, awesome moment, because he can now block because he's getting rid of that flyer. But he needs to be wary of the... oh no, he's changing his mind again. He needs to be wary of the Luca Ascended, because Luca Ascended is flying. So there's that as well. So he's got to be very, very, very careful with it. Very careful with it. It's going to be a close... Okay, he defends. I think he's got the full defense. But, okay, no, both people survive this turn. I know, maybe not. Puts a flying on it, that's it, that's GG. That's GG, unfortunately. Well, there we go. That was a fantastic match. Thank you for Mynci for sending it in. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. An absolutely great match. That's one of the best I've casted, I think. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next cast. So thank you very much to these two guys, and thank you from me, and I will see you guys later. Thank you very much. Cheers.